Yo, what up, YouTube? What up, YouTube? Man, it's been wild in them YouTube streets, man. I'm out riding late trying to get to the house, man. Trying to get to the house, but I had to talk about this, man. Shout out to Kwame Brown Bus Life, man. That is my dog for sure. Boy, Kwame, I ain't gonna say it's the best news he's ever gotten, but in recent time, it's been some pretty insightful news on Gilbert Arenas, no chill Gil, whatever he want to go by on here on YouTube. Him and Shannon Sharpe, Mr. Podcast King, some of everything else, in trouble. Both of them, not even a full 48 hours apart. So Shannon Sharpe gets fired from ESPN. He said he stepped away or whatever for a lawsuit, $50 million lawsuit. So you out of that, and you ain't been on ESPN what, a year? Well, it's probably like a year and a half. Messed up your bag, and I don't know if Stephen A tried to speak up for you or not, Shannon boy. I don't know if Stephen tried to speak up, but whatever it was. But see, people don't think, man. Yeah, you on social media, but that stuff, that's any type of job, bro. Whatever you do on one affects the other, and they don't want to bring that negative connotation to their network. Shannon, I ain't gonna say Shannon ain't made for TV, but Shannon Sharp, bro, you are hot on social media right now, bro. Everything you do is really a reflection of ESPN, everybody up first, all of that. It's a reflection, dog. And I know you got it there and apologize to your brother and all that. You said they should have held off. Man, them people don't care nothing about how you feel and what they think. What up, y'all? Hey, y'all, drop some likes and hearts, man. Let me know where you coming from. You don't. Them people don't care nothing about how you what's happening. Oh, Shannon Sharp, and Gilbert Arenas. Yeah, they done made headlines. So Shannon Sharp, you took two L's, bro. That girl took 50 million from you. That girl took 50 million from you, and you lost. Even though we know you don't really need that money, but a bag is a bag, bro. You better hope sponsors don't pull away from you on from doing your podcast. Even though you say you know you're the proprietor and all that, but sponsors make a big difference now. Hey, drop some likes. Drop some, man. Shannon, you really weren't thinking, dog. You probably didn't even think ESPN was gonna let this go. But all the other stuff you trying to fight the guy over the woman, your past couple of years, your history ain't really been the best like it should, dog. I feel like how it should. So it's like you wasn't even trying to tread lightly. Then you know you had the blunder where you was smashing the girl on Instagram. Come on, bro. You got to be wise, man. It was like you had no room for error. Um, why I think, why I know you can recover from this. It's just it's unfortunate. Shannon. But it is what it is. Things happen. Life happens. But that was just dumb of you, dog. That was really dumb. But let that be a lesson. Remain humble. You talked about Kwame, and you see what happened. Kwame is one of the most humble, laid back people. I don't know how he was when he played or whatever, but from here recently, he is like one of the most chill people on YouTube right now. Ain't too many people on YouTube gonna really just chop it up, especially people of his caliber. They ain't gonna just chop it up with any and everybody. But Kwame does that. That's why I say shout out to Bus Life. Um, he get all my respect, dog. Now Gilbert Arenas, no chill Gil, the dummy of the group. You dumber than Shannon, but it's the fact that you play so much. You so childish. Of course, stuff like that's gonna happen, and you sitting here celebrating, not realizing that, bro, you still got to go to court. You will have your day in court. You talking about snitching and all that, and they can, okay, keep playing, keep playing around, Gil. You think everything is a joke. Kwame even said that even back in your playing day, like during rookie camp, thought you want to be an international pimp. That's why you didn't go first round. You play too much. Everything in a game, everything in a joke. So now you got to deal with that. I'm sure from the way you talking, like you don't care. But y'all, if y'all don't know, Gil was running a gambling ring in a house. Apparently, it's not illegal to do that. It was some extracurricular things going on that shouldn't have been going on at the house. As far as like gambling, yeah, he was fine, but whatever else he was doing outside of the gambling, come on, bro, gotta be smart. Then you got somebody from the mob involved. You know they gonna be on your neck. You know that. But would you like to joke and play all the time? You probably didn't know. Either you didn't know, or you just didn't care. So Kwame went off on you about that. Nick Young said Nick Young went out. Shout out to Nick Young, bro. He said if them people saying you did that, you did it. That's bad. When you ain't got nobody who can vouch for your character, all he can say is if the folks said you did it, they can mark his words and their words and his words, your word, everybody else's word that you did it. Yeah, you got to grow up sometime, man. You married with kids and you just as childish as your kid. You built your whole I remember when you first came to YouTube, bro. Your channel was nothing. You had a low life of a channel to be celebrity or whatever you want to call it. You was even getting like those low lives like Sister T and Queen Regina, but all because they were going against Kwame and still you was trying to make them feel like special, and all you did was just use them for their followers. And once your page took off, you didn't invite them. You ain't said nothing else to a Sister T, Queen Regina. Only one you helped to man. But other than that, Kwame even said it, man. You using them. He said out of his own mouth. All you did was get them little 1,000 followers and build off of it. I ain't mad at you. Definitely ain't mad at you because you played the game. You played the game and you won. They didn't see that. They couldn't even peep game. But you better bet that Kwame Brown seen it. And the rest of us who ain't blind. You were like, hey, Sister T, doing stuff like that, trying to make her feel good. I guess you would slide them a couple dollars here and there. But once your channel took off, and it took off because you were talking about Kwame, You forgot all about them little women. You ain't thought twice about no Sister Tia Queen Regina. But guess what? You done thought about Kwame. And that's how you actually built your channel. And everybody on YouTube know that. Everybody. You were literally you were like a bot or something, like a plain channel when you first came. When you first got on, you wasn't talking about nothing, bro. You literally had to build your channel off of talking about Kwame, responding, all that stuff. We know, Gil. You probably would have never had that no chill Gil. I mean that Gil's Arena podcast. You probably never had none of that, or it wouldn't be if it's relevant until you start. And Gil, we know. And the reason how I know you know is because you be texting Kwame behind the scene. Kwame he was like, bro, Gil ain't got no issue with me. Gil he just like to play, but he don't know when to stop playing. That's the problem. It ain't nothing wrong with cracking a joke and having fun here and there. But shout out to y'all, man. I was just coming on here, kicking it, man. Gilbert Arena, Shannon Sharpe. So, but back to Shannon. Have you heard from Stephen A? Has he reached out to you? I'm sure he probably was the one that he probably told you. I know you said ESPN reached out, like you knew Monday. Shoot, you knew Monday. I know Stephen A already know. But see now eyes gonna be on Stephen A. They gonna be looking like, man, you really vouch for this dude? But with him being the puppet that he is, he gonna wiggle his way out of it. He gonna find his way to wiggle out of it. But they are gonna be looking at Stephen A like want a partner. Well, you can find somebody, but we gotta do a thorough background search. Make sure there ain't nobody who detrimental. Max Kellerman I mean, Stephen A and Skip, that's legendary. But I think as far as like after that, Max Kellerman was your best bet. If you want to know what Max, I really ain't careful to see with nobody else. But you ran Max off. You ran Max off because Max was smart and he wasn't no dummy. I don't get you, Stephen A. I mean, I was happy at the moment for when you were able to get Shannon on because it was like that was big for us. I mean, that was a win. But Shannon don't have sense apparently. No, then you from Georgia, a small town. People already think small town people are dumb and they ain't really educated. That's just a stigma. And you actually, I ain't gonna say you proving them right, but you making stereotypes with the stuff you're doing. You're not careful. You're not careful. You sloppy when you do stuff. There's no reason why you shouldn't still be at ESPN to this day. You sloppy, dog. That's what it boiled down to. You don't know